Hey everybody, it's James Osmar here, and today I wanted to give you a quick little lesson on how to not get scammed by what I would call a spam poacher. And the type I'm talking about is the SEO spam poacher, and how they will come into your website, get your contact information, and try to approach you on how they can better get you represented on the internet, or how they can fix your problems with your browser or your web page, pardon me, or your mobile website. And in this case, if you scoot down to the bottom here, you can see where this fella here is, I'm reaching out because I'm experiencing a few minor errors while browsing your site. And he goes on to talk about how it's the mobile website is having issues. So, and this is where I pick him apart, where he says, since April, while it happens to be March, and then he goes on at 50% of people while browsing the internet do so on their phones. Perhaps they do, but for real estate, I think the majority of serious people are on their website browser anyway. Now, that being said, it's not really the issue that I'm trying to point out here, but they say they have over 10 years experience. And we're also Google partners, but he doesn't have his badge here, so I know he's full of it. And Inc. Magazine and LA Journal have given him accolades. That's pretty impressive stuff, and he's starting to hook me a little bit, but I don't like the fact that he's approaching people in the system, the advanced website people in particular, and this is where this came to my attention. So I see his name here, Richard Manning, Digital Marketer Manager for BrandVisibilityInc.com. I'm thinking, wow, this all sounds pretty good. He's got the marketing manager, and really, I Google BrandVisibilityInc.com, and let's just continue here, and I'll show you a few of the things that I discovered while doing this. It's really quite, it's kind of comical in its sense where this is what came up with Brand Visibility Inc. It's just a generic page because it doesn't exist. It's unbelievable, really. I happen to be in Mexico right now, so there's a whole bunch of Spanish words in here that I'm not too sure of. And then I Google Richard Manning. Well, what came up was a person who is an environmental author. So I know, well, that's not who I'm looking for. So I Google Richard Manning, Digital Marketing Manager, Brand Visibility Inc. And this is what I get. And when I click on this link, I get this page. Richard Manning, Digital Marketing Manager. I go, oh boy, we're getting a real guy here, but look at, there's no address. That's because it's the phone that's registered in California. The person, if this is a real person, could be anywhere in the world. They could be in any country, in any borough. They could be in down the street from you. Because the 800 number is the registered address here, and I only know that because that happens to be what I have an 800 number, and when I look at it, it sometimes says California, and it confuses me. So if I take a look, let's go a little further with this. So we took one of the websites at random, and it happens to be the stonesisters.ca, and we did an analytical. You run the analyzer, and it comes up awesome. But more importantly, look who provided this. It was Google developers. Now, I think Google's probably pretty, a good unbiased opinion as to whether a site is good or bad or indifferent. As a matter of fact, I use a lot of Google tools because they want everything on the internet to run well, because it makes sense for everybody to have things working well. So I then go over here and I say, okay, fine. This is what it is when you Google this, and you can do this yourself. You can go to this page here and Google mobile-friendly tool, and you're going to click on that. And you get the page here where you can enter your own URL and do your own test. So go here, Google the word Google tools mobile friendly, and you're going to get exactly what I just showed you here, so that you can't get scammed the next time you get some SEO person coming along into your life and trying to tell you how they're going to better your situation. Be careful of the spammers out there, and be careful of the poachers, because they will take your money and they will run. So as long as you're working with me in my system, when you get one of these people approach you, contact me, and I'll vet them for you to see if they are worthy. I'm not a big proponent of spending money on SEO because things change all of the time, almost every day. And if you can spend $500 a day and afford to lose it because it's, a month, $500 a month down the road, it'll be 6 months. Do the math, there's $3,000, and if Google makes a change, your page is off page one. That's even if you could get it there in the first place. So when you get one of these types over here, a person who's coming along and saying they're this brand visibility expert, just remember that person's probably going to take your money, and in 6 months down the road when your lip's dragging on the ground because you made a bad investment, they'll disappear. So you be smart and keep your money. Again, James Osmar, and I hope you found this little lesson valuable.